So, now Sri Vayalar Ravi.
Sir, this legislation is very important as the overseas Indians are concerned. This has been moved by the last government. And I am glad that this bill has come today. And we have to, this house to approve. Sir, the bill is not that complicated. It's very simple, very clear. How a citizen or an Indian citizen who lives abroad, and or then he may be a citizen of other country also, but he had to become a citizen. The overseas citizen card to be provided, he must to go through certain rules and regulations. Sir, the overseas citizens of India has become an important component, I should say, for the India's progress. And they represent our country. Of course, they may be citizens of other country. At the same time, they always feel their origin is India. That make a feeling of India is one of the biggest asset with the overseas Indians. We interact with many, we go to many countries, meet every the citizens of that country, but Indian origin. But they always speak with proud of our country and their citizenship. So, sir, in this connection, definitely we had to recognize that their contribution in the sense of being an Indian and maybe the citizen of other countries also. But at the same time, this legislation is offering them a right to to register as citizens, and they can be being a citizen of India. They can also use their other facilities, including the right to vote. Sir, this legislation is almost welcomed by the people all over the world, the Indians all over the world, and they are very happy to hear that government of India their presence, even though abroad, and at the same time their contribution to this our country or their country as one of the greatest achievement. So, sir, this bill is simple bill, and of course, even though it is simple bill, we will be recognizing the overseas Indians living abroad. And I wish this bill definitely give an atmosphere, a cheerful atmosphere for the overseas Indians.
It must be your baby.
Of course, sir, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. But I am glad this government has brought this bill and they can pass it. When we pass, I believe we are sending a message. The Indians living abroad, here is a government, there is a country, and the people recognize you as our own people. And this is the message. This has been given by this bill, and I only have to say this bill has to be passed, and I support. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sri Vayalar.